ng inyong Super Bowl Sunday dito sa penultimate weekend ng elimination round ng ating 2014 PLDT Home DSL PBA Philippine Cup. Ang Alaska Aces at GlobalPort Batang Pier ay nahanap pa rin ang kanilang ika-5 panalo na magagarantiya ng at least a playoff para makalusot into the next round. This is why the Aces and the Batang Pier will be looking for desperate measures to try and pick up the victory after 48 minutes of basketball. Mag-umargin po at kinagagalak natin mga katabi na naman for a long time, right. Dr. J and the House.
Well, I'm glad that you have recovered from your illness, partner.
Thank you, Doc.
Stay away from the mosquitoes.
Yan ang mga payo ni Doc talaga.
Huwag kang makipaghalikan sa mosquitoes.
Ay, huwag naman. Pero itong dalawang koponan na Dr. J, hirap na hirap makahanap ng mga panalo dito sa ating Philippine Cup. They're lingering in the bottom. Yung lulusot dito, makakagarantiyan nga ng at least a playoff. Yung hindi pa pala rin, baka kailanganing mahuli yung huli nilang laro.
Well, it just shows the parity of the league, no? At saka yung GlobalPort, for a while there, they had a 4-win, 3-loss card, and they really looked like they were ready to barge into the quarterfinals outright. But they've come up with a 5-game losing streak, and that has hurt them. Alaska has been on and off this conference, but it is a very tough team, and all the other teams on top know that. So, nakakatakot pa rin Alaska. Alaska actually, even if they lose this game, they still have a game which they realistically can win against Barako, although taking nothing away from Barako. But for GlobalPort, I think it is more desperate on their part to win this game because their last game will be against Barangay Ginebra.
And on top of the 5-game losing streak, Dr. J, nawala pa si Jay Washington dito sa GlobalPort Batang Pier. Played only 5 minutes in that previous contest. He is their leading scorer and rebounder. Napakalaking dagok na ito.
Well, definitely because he can play inside, outside. He plays big. He also gives them a little strength on defense. But we always talk about stepping up. And if you were to ask me, since he really plays the 4 position, if they give Eric Menk a little more opportunity to play as a big 5, give him some touches instead of always having the guards, having control of the ball, I think Eric can give them some good minutes. And the 4 guy that I really look forward to playing well in this game is Justin Chua and Leo Nahorda, because he is a veteran player that really plays the 4 position.
At sa puntong ito, isali na natin sa ating kwentuhan si Miss Erica Padilla.
Sa magandang pinapakita ni J-Wash para sa GlobalPort, it is very unfortunate na hindi siya makakapaglaro for 2 to 3 weeks. Nagkaroon ng tear ang kanyang plantar fascia dahil sa maling tapak ng Friday na ikinamaganang area. Umaasa na lang si Coach Brgy na sana Kelly Nabong will really step up as he fills the role for J-Wash at ganun din para kay Terence Romeo at RR Garcia na sana ay pupuno ng scoring na mawawala because of the absence of GlobalPort's efficient player. Balik sa inyo, Magu, Doc J.
Etong si Kelly Nabong last time around, Doc, 15 points, 11 rebounds ang iniambag para dito sa Batang Pier. At yan niya hinahabol o pinapangarap nila Coach Richie Ticson na makaulit siya sa gabing ito. Desperate measures ang starters now on the floor. Atin sa atin ang Tanduay Rams, celebrating Ram excellence since 1854. So it is the dark shirts of GlobalPort winning the tap. Mercado, Salvador, Hayes, Belencion, and Nabong ang kanilang 5. Binabantayan ni na Baguio, Espinas, De La Cruz, Casio, and Foss. How about JP Belencion, Doc, getting his first start of the tournament na nakaraan and exploding for 21 points?
Well, when you are put down into the reserve list and then you're reactivated again, usually the team knows that you've been playing real well in practice. That's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation laban sa GlobalPort. Pero obviously, because of the way he played, he's got to show that he's a consistent player. Dahil sigurado, babantayan siya today. Although his matchup here against Cyrus Baguio, si Cyrus ang bumabantay sa kanya sa depensa.
This PLDT Home DSL PBA Philippine Cup is presented by the reliable family-sized connection of PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. Cyrus Baguio still could get the first basket of this contest. GlobalPort on the attack. Belencion over to Nabong, back over to Belencion, the baseline jumper, no good. Espinas outboxes Salvador.
If you look at that forward lineup ng Alaska, talagang mabigat yan eh. Sonny Toss and Gabby Espinas, both low post players, both very good going to the basket, and a nice handoff there, but another miss from the outside for JB Casio, who had 28 points against this team when they lost to them last December.
December 13 yun,
December
ano?
13. Friday the 13 po pala.
Tournament high yun para dito kay JV Casio. Tignan natin kung makakaulit siya sa hapon na ito. As Sunny Toss misses, basta't kalahating minuto mahigit na lumilipas, wala pang nakakabutas.
Well, we have had good shots for both teams. They just have not punctured the hoop.
Mercado looking for Belención pero natapak na doon sa baseline bago pa man makapasa.
Well, our referees are referee Sembrano. We have Yante and Ruta. Sembrano will probably be the lead referee in this ball game for them, being the more senior of the group here.
Toss against Salvador. Sunny all the way outside though. Now decides to take it in. At merong armbar foul na nasilip dito kay Jondan.
Binabanggit mo yung importante ng panalo nito because right now we have a couple of teams tied at 5-7. It's Barako, Meralco, and San Miguel Coffee. So a win here gives you 5. You don't want to go to stay at 4 because you would have to win your last game to even have a chance to enter the quarterfinal round.
Yung 5 nga, hindi pa siguradong magka-quarters ka.
Baka magkaroon pa kayo ng playoff dyan kung marami ang nagkasama-sama. And that's where the quotient will apply to who will probably be 8 and 9.
Gagamit pa nga tayo ng mathematics kung sino ang magpe-playoff kung sakasakaling maraming magtatabla sa 5 wins. Kaya naman digdikan ang ating labanan. You mentioned it, Doc. They've had good looks, hindi lang talaga pumapasok. Almost 2.5 having gone by. Wala pa rin tayong score dito. Baguio with this leather. Nabong all over him. They go to Espinas. He's got the advantage over Saul. De La Cruz from 16. Doesn't work, pero Sunny Thos keeps it on that side of the floor. Baguio punctures the hoop. That's a 3. Atin sa atin ang PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband.
That hurts GlobalPort because they are a hustling team and they should have picked up that rebound, that loose ball recovery. That ball was bouncing out and none of their players were even close to the basket to pick it up, and that hurt them.
Nabong on the move. Fouled in the act. Tutungo siya sa ating free throw line for 2 shots.
Well, Nabong is the example of a player who all of a sudden is thrown into the starting lineup. And then you have to really produce and you have to show. And that gives him a lot of confidence now to even make that kind of a move towards the basket.
Nabong, an 82% free throw shooter, takes care of the first as we invite everybody to be a liver lover with Liverade Silimarin Capsule. It's Liver Lover, boy.
Huwag ka rin masyadong iinom. Cool lang.
Nagli-liberate naman tayo, Doc.
Cool lang. Just enough.
3-1 is the score. Nabong splits from the charity stripe. Baguio off the weave. Gets it over to that left side. Mercado switching out. They go to their captain. Nakita naman si Casio mula kay Thos. JV Casio lights it up. Another 3. Hatid sa atin ang PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband.
The Alaska Milkmen Aces actually start off with their 2 guards hitting 3-point shots to enjoy a 5-point lead right now.
Ito naman GlobalPort, hinahanap pa rin ang kanilang unang field goal sa larong ito. 3.5 into the action. Niluwapan ng ring yun para kay Marvin Hayes. Baguio pushes it hard for Alaska. He gets it back from JV. Cyrus in and out. Rebound, Hayes. De La Cruz keeping in step with a young gun. Here comes Mercado. Labong di diskarte. He surveys the floor, gets it out to Hayes. De La Cruz gives him some space. Salvador ang atake dito kay Thos. Salvador bangga minsan. Naipit. Dinaan sa pagitan ng dalawa, and that is the first field goal para sa Batang Pier.
Well, defending him, you have to fight him from getting to his position, to his spot on the floor, because he throws that jump hook pretty well now. And he gets the first field goal, cuts the lead into half. Sunny Thos, nicely done.
Beautiful pass issue there by Cyrus Baguio to push their lead back up to 5.
It's almost always a barometer for Alaska. If Cyrus and Sunny Thos play well, they usually come out with a victory in that ball game.
Problema dito nga sa Philippine Cup, hindi nagkakasabay ang laro ng dalawang yan. Let's see if this afternoon mahuli na nila as Hayes plays the lanes, pushes it hard.
What you like about this player is good transition defense and understanding when to come back. Sol Mercado hasn't really thrown up a shot at all in this ball game.
Belención.
So like I said, babantayan na yan because of the way he played the other game. Now, if you're a consistent player, you can continue to do that.
Sol Mercado nga, no? Right now, contentious backstopping this squad.
That's going to be another foul called against Kelly Nabong.
Second personal nga yan para dito sa big man ng GlobalPort as the backcourt is being replaced. Mercado and Belenchon to the bench. At yung mag-pro. Etong si Romeo at Garcia ipinasok na ni Coach Tixon.
Well, they know each other very well. The only problem is one of them has to guard Cyrus Baguio, and Cyrus is going to attack them right away, although he misses that.
Immediately nga, no?
There's no question where they're going to go right away.
Hayes, Lindis, Nabong there. Pero loses it to JV Casio. Joseph Evans pushes it over to Espinas. Gabby stopping on a dime, and De La Cruz wants to reset this one up. Baguio held back by Romeo.
See, what's happening now is almost every play they're looking for the guy defending against Baguio, setting him picks, putting him out to the low post so he can attack. Because Baguio has the height and the advantage of experience against either Romeo or R.R. Garcia.
Espinas working in the block, fading away, overcooks that one. Romeo atake rito. 8-3 is the score. GlobalPort limited to just one field goal so far. R.R. Garcia clipped in the act. Tutungo sa ating free throw line for 2 shots.
It's a good call by the referee because, you know, you have to protect also the player as he goes up into the air, and the nudge downstairs usually dislodges him from that position of a good shot.
By the big dome, kung saan nabanggit na ni Dr. J kanina na once upon a time in this Philippine Cup, etong GlobalPort Batang Pier was sitting in 4th place in the standings at 4-3. Ang problema, 5 sunod-sunod na talo na.
Yeah, at that time, if I'm not mistaken, they won 3 in a row and really surprised a lot of the teams with their toughness, no? But of course, Jay Wash was there, Sol was playing very well, R.R. Garcia was also coming in to help, plus Justin Chua. And then Romeo would fill in from time to time, no? But Romeo really, after the explosive first few games that he has played, has not really been explosive. And I think hinahanap ng coaching staff yun. Kaya sinama sila ni R.R. Garcia dito sa lineup today, no? Magkasabay sila sa loob ng court. Yung mga nagkakaintindihan sa pasahan.
Magkaamuyan na, no? Sabay-sabayan na. Stoss gets that basket. Sa puntong ito, merong balita sa atin si Erica.
With the crucial games left, it is very untimely na ngayon pa raw masama ang pakiramdam ni Sol Mercado. Sumasakit pa rin daw ang kanyang Achilles at ang kanyang balikat. Idagdag pa na medyo sinisipon because of the weather. Pero sinabi niya, no more excuses dahil hindi naman daw pwedeng makipagsabayan lalo pa na wala si Jay Wash. At this point, they've worked so hard just to let it go without being fully present with the remaining elimination games. Ay masakit daw, mas lalong masakit kapag hindi sila makapasok ng playoffs. Balik sa inyo.
Yun, masakit din yung ginawa sa kanila ng Alaska as Espinas gets that basket. Kaya naman pala medyo tentatibo, medyo passive si Sol.
Well, I talked to him earlier. He said it's going to be hard, you know? But he never uses being ill as an excuse or slightly injured. If a guy can really play, that's the sign of a tough player.
Romeo gets it over to Nabong. Salvador carving out some space underneath. Couldn't send it home though. Pero meron namang foul.
You really like a team when they make those extra passes and move the ball from side to side, making sure that the defense reacts to the movement of the players.
Jondan Salvador, isa pa sa mga sasandalan dito ng GlobalPort as we take a look at this Kawasaki rousing fast break. Espinas on the breakout, brought to you by Rouser 135 by Kawasaki. Rouse the rider in you.
Well, dalawang assist na dito sa ball game si Cyrus Baguio. Both of them very easy shots for the big men of his team. No? I remember once, if I'm not mistaken, Jondan Salvador was a number 2 pick overall. No? So, talagang inaasahan niya. He was a great player in the amateurs at the time, the PBA league. Good scorer and a very tough player at the 4 position.
Baguio looking to attack Romeo once again. Baseline shot on him. He goes back to it. Cyrus, though, couldn't dial it home. Foss bats it out, and Alaska will retain possession.
The Aces is really hustling for the ball, giving that extra hustle, especially with their big men.
Espinas offers the pick para kay Casio. JV gets rid of Garcia as well as the Horda. Everything but the shot there, pero ang Alaska pa rin ang may possession. Another fresh shot clock. Thoss, though, goes early. The jump hook doesn't work.
Well, enough is enough on the part of Salvador. Look at that. After the miss, you could see De La Cruz. He's playing the small forward. He sees his other teammates coming back. So siyang humabol sa offensive rebound. You give up a foul, you're not in penalty, you're okay. I'm sure that Coach Luigi would be happy with the effort he is trying to give his teammates.
Major Payne now part of the 5 para dito sa GlobalPort.
Nico Salva also coming into the ballgame.
Salva attacking, flip shot. Menk para sa rebound. Nakita si Horda. Casio ang magtatawid para dito sa Alaska. Foss working against Menk. They look to go to Espinas. They feel he can take on Horda. Gabby backing down, fouled before the shot.
It's going to be a foul on Leon Horda, and that'll be the 15th foul already called against GlobalPort, which will put them into the penalty situation on the next defensive or loose ball foul.
And some young guns being deployed here by Coach Luigi Trillo, Aldrich Ramos, and the rookie Ryan Buenafe. Now part of the 5. Medyo matagal na natin din nakita si Buenafe as Baguio gets that finger roll.
Cyrus really playing well. 5 points, 2 assists. Really moving. Defending well also.
Ryan Buenafe in only his 5th game in the PBA. As Garcia locates Horda.
Remember, I told you have to look at Horda today because of the fact that I feel he's a veteran. He's a big scorer. Real nice work. Yun ang talagang minsan sasabihin mo kay Romeo and kay RR, you have to play better defense. You know, in the PBA, these players are tough as you are in scoring.
Romeo gustong bumawi. Maliit nga sa depensa pero mas mabilis naman sa opensa. Let's see if he can keep this up. Last time, limited to 15 minutes of action dahil pinopostehan din siya na Petron.
But still, I think he should be given the playing time because he's a scorer. So it's his teammates who should help him out. Like here, you have to help him out. You cannot leave him in no man's land.
Foss nowhere to go on that one. Garcia pushes it hard. They go to Meng. Down the lane. Major Payne is fouled. So yung you take the good with the bad when it comes to Romeo, medyo mahihirapan sa depensa, pero nga asahan mo na lang sana pumutok sa opensa. Take another look at that beautiful alley-oop. Casio to Baguio, lamang ang Alaska ng 5. Mga kapatid, para maging updated sa latest at exclusive sports news, bisitahin lang ang www.sports5.ph at mag-log on para updated every day. Beautiful Sunday for basketball inside a Smart Araneta Coliseum. Magumarjan, Dr. J. Andy Howe. Nandito rin si Erica Padilla at ang buong puwersa ng Sports 5. As we take a look at some numbers coming from Baguio so far.
7 points and 3 assists already in the ball game. Both teams are not really shooting that well from the field, pero mas mababa ang GlobalPort. So far, only 25% from the field. Ang Alaska Aces, 38%. But the rebounds have been in favor of the Alaska Aces. Eric is a pretty good free throw shooter for a big man. He has a nice soft touch.
And he brings the Batang Pier to within 3. Wala na pong 2 minuto natitira sa ating opening frame. Toss at the post. Menk behind him. Spinning baseline. Door shot on him.
He can shoot this one. Ryan is a very good three-point shooter. If you leave him open, and he shows that.
3-point shot natin sa atin ng PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband.
I think that's the second three-point shot I've seen him make in his career in the PBA.
The Horda over to Salva. And Nico delivers his first basket of the game.
Well, 2 former teammates in the Ateneo Blue Eagle team. Both were big scorers, you know. So far, we haven't seen Justin Chua, the other player that can really help the GlobalPort in this ballgame.
Buenafe puts his head down, clobbered in the lane. Itong si Ryan Buenafe, meron pa siyang knack ng timing, no, Doc? Yung pagkailangan ng team niyang i-score, tsaka siya mamemwersa.
Well, Ryan Buenafe, if you ask any of the coaches that have seen him, he's a guy that has great basketball sense. Sometimes he may not follow instructions properly, but he has great basketball, and he's a very good passer for a guy that really should be a power forward but's learning how to play the small forward position.
19-15, mintis nga lang para yung free throw para dito kay Buenafe. GlobalPort on the attack. Sol Mercado back on the floor para sa kanila. Meng gets it over to Salva. Buenafe trying to keep in front of him. He rifles it over the bank. The bicep jumper does not work. Buenafe para sa rebound. Just over half a minute remaining in this opening quarter. Buenafe looking for Casio. They swing it out to Baguio. Na nakita naman si Thos. Back over to Baguio. Nice recovery by Mercado.
And they force the turnover.
So with 25.6 seconds remaining in this opening quarter, nasa GlobalPort pa ang bola as RJ Azul checks in para kay JV Casio.
Well, a good time to rest JB Casio. Take a look at Coach Luigi Trillo there. Last shot time. Both teams are in the penalty, so no fouls to be given here by Alaska.
Ito mga paboritong sitwasyon nito ni Sol Mercado. He attacks Baguio, drops it off. Meg pulls up. Short on that shot. Enough time for a Hail Mary. Hazul from half court. Bitig-bit nga lang yung resulta. So at the end of the first 12 minutes of action, it is the Alaska Aces with a 4-point lead. 19-15. JV Casio got them going early. Dalawa sila ni Baguio. Nakatagis ang press to open the scoring. Pero si Terence Romeo off the bench, showing that flash of brilliance that he has. Pero it was all about Cyrus Baguio para dito sa Alaska to power to this 4-point lead.